What's up YouTube, Jerryland here with NOBA Tech, and today we're checking out what's on my iPhone 7 Plus. So I like to keep my phone nice and simple. I only like the one page and the one page only. So I like to use folders to keep my stuff organized, and that just helps me make things easier. I can get to things quicker. I don't like using all those different pages. When I was on Android, I think I used the pages a lot more, but I think that's just because of the giant widgets. So I definitely like having all my apps on one page. But let's go ahead and get into the main apps I use at the bottom, then we'll go from top to bottom. Let's do it. So down at the very bottom, the things I use the most, obviously calling people, Google Chrome, that's my browser of choice. I use iMessage because iMessage is just nice and easy. I will say though, I do not like iOS 10's update to iMessage. I just think it's unnecessary. I never want to do lasers, never want to slam my texts. I don't like the larger emojis. I don't want to be a hater, but I think it was fine before, but I do kind of like the being able to draw messages. But if you like it, go ahead and drop a comment below, let me know why. So last up on the bottom row is Spotify. That's my music player of choice, and I just really like it. I use Premium, and it's nice and easy to use. I like the layout, I like how it works, I like the song selections, so yeah. So I have a few apps that aren't in folders, and those are just apps that I use a lot. So I have the camera app, the photos app, clock, and the calendar at my very top row. I love the clock and the calendar app just because right off the bat, just looking at it without opening it, you can tell what the date is, what day of the week it is, as well as what time it is. And the iPhone camera app I think is great. I love the new beta portrait mode. Even though it's a beta version, it works great right now. I love the camera quality. I don't really need one of those fancy camera apps, so this one works great. Next row down, I have the weather app. Notes, I use Google Maps because I just do not like Apple Maps, and I have the settings app right there, and then the next line down I have the calculator app, and that's kind of the end of the apps that don't have a folder. So jumping into the first folder, it's titled Info. Inside it I have Yelp, Fandango, the Bible, and Parcel Track. Parcel Track I want to talk about because I actually really like it. As a YouTuber, I get packages almost every single day, and Parcel Track is just simple to use. You can just go ahead and enter your tracking info. It pulls up the company. You can label the different packages, and it's just a simple format that works well. I use Uber as my ride of choice. No reason why. The health app I actually think is pretty cool because you can enter all your health information, your medical information, and let's say you get in an accident, even without unlocking your phone, someone's able to see all your critical information like your blood type, your emergency contact, etc., which is a cool feature. Safari I keep around but I don't really use. Like I said, Google Chrome is my preferred app of choice. I have the App Store here, and that's it for info. Next up, I got my money folder. So this is where I keep my Starbucks app. I got the Chase app because that's where I bank. I use PayPal all the time to transfer, to get paid, etc. The wallet app, I don't really go into that much since I already have Apple Pay set up with my debit and credit card, so I don't really need to go back in there, but there it is. And I have Venmo. I finally got Venmo. When I got the 7 Plus is when I finally got it and said, all right, let's try it out. I know everybody uses it, but I'm finally on that Venmo train. All right, next up, email. This is a good one because I email and I check my emails literally almost every minute. And so I use a ton of different ones. As you can see, I have Outlook, I have Gmail, I have Inbox, I have the Apple Mail, and I used to use one called Cloud Magic. That became one of my favorites. But recently they made it so that you have to start paying a subscription fee, which I'm not down for. But I found this new one called Blue Mail. It came from recommendations from you guys, which is awesome. So it's super cool. It's almost the same as Cloud Magic where you're able to put multiple emails into one, and it just organizes it super nicely for you. As you can see, this is my NOBA Tech email. I can click up here and I can choose my other email, so I go right into the other one, or I can choose an inbox where I can see all of my emails combined together. I can set them as different colors. I can label them differently. If I go to inbox, I can set it so I just see NOBA Tech's inbox or my Outlook inbox. I can do all different kinds of things here, and that is just great. It's super simple to use, minimalistic, which I always like. I like that there aren't a ton of fancy colors or dark colors. You can do a dark mode, which is pretty cool. You can sort your email by contacts, you can sort it by date, you can search through your emails. It's basically just an email client app that's just really easy to use and convenient, and the best part, it's free. They make this app for both iOS and Android, and they even have an Apple Watch app, which is pretty awesome, so definitely check out Blue Mail. So in my videos folder, I have Netflix, YouTube, Xbox, Amazon Video, and then I use Bose Connect in here just because I don't want to make a whole separate audio category. I'm pretty OCD, so I like to keep my rows nice and clean, and so if you look down here, I keep the bottom row completely open for a reason, and I always do this just because I like to sometimes see my wallpapers a little better, so at least if I keep the bottom row open, I can see a little bit more of my wallpaper. And that's why, like I said, I'm a little bit OCD. I don't know why I do it, but this is how I organize my phone. So next up, we have the social media app. So I have Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the Messenger. I have the Yahoo Fantasy League app, which unfortunately, my team is getting crushed right now. I am 0-3 and I am embarrassed to say it, but hey, season's just starting. I have my Runkeeper app, which I put in social just because I guess I can share my stuff onto social media. I can share my runs, which I'm gonna wait till I get a little faster to do that. But next up, we have the Line app, which is cool. I'm able to communicate for free with my cousins that are living in Taiwan, or my aunts and uncles, my grandmas, whatever. And that's just a free texting and calling app as long as you're on Wi-Fi, which is pretty cool. I have FaceTime. You guys know what that is. So next up, my games folder. I'm pretty proud of this just because I've narrowed down the games that I really like and that I can play often. So One Night, if you haven't heard of it, is actually like a card/board game, and this is just a accompanying app. And basically, this is a super cool game that this app uses to narrate the game, kind of like the game Mafia, if you've ever heard of it, but a lot more fun. You should check it out. It's called One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Pokemon Go, let's be honest, I'm pretty over that. I think the past 17 times I've logged on, all I've seen are like Spearows and Pidgeys and Rattatas. So Pokemon Go, maybe release a couple more cool Pokemon around more often, please. I almost deleted this. I literally almost deleted this app this week, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Next up is Blockus. This is one of my favorite board games, and it's usually it's usually fun when it's a 4-player game, but if you haven't heard of it, check it out. It's a strategic game, kind of like a mix between Tetris and chess, and it's awesome. Check it out. Next up is Catan. All of you know Settlers of Catan. If you don't get on that grind, it's awesome. The app, again, surprisingly good. If you haven't noticed already, I really like board games, and so I like board game apps too. Next up is Wordament. This was actually a Microsoft release, and I literally, when I was in high school, almost switched to a Windows phone just so I could play this game because I loved it that much. I'm not going to explain too much. Check it out. Last one that I'm obsessed with right now is Clash Royale. When I switched to my new 7 Plus, I was an idiot. I linked the new account to my Game Center instead of my old one, so now I have to start over from scratch. So I'm back to 0 trophies. I hate it. I lost all my awesome legendary cards and everything. If you haven't played Clash Royale, it's like a way better version of Clash of Clans. So some people really like Monopoly, and some people really hate it because it takes so long. They're just little gimmicks that people don't like. And then Monopoly Deal came out, and everybody loves Monopoly Deal because it's just so much quicker. It's a lot more fun. And Clash Royale is like the Monopoly Deal of Clash of Clans. Okay, so last one in this row is my photos folder, and I use this one called Witagram, and this is basically because on my personal Instagram account, I like to post wide photos instead of square photos, and this helps me make some white bars around the top and bottom, which is just kind of the look I went for with my personal account. And I kind of like it. It's nice and easy to use. I have the GoPro app and Play Memories for me to transfer photos from my cameras. Last but not least, the last row down here, I have a school app because if you didn't know, I'm still a graduate student. I'm in a master's program at UCSD right now, so yes, I still have school. I have the Google Slides, Sheets, Docs apps, Google Drive. I have the Apple Keynote pages and numbers just because I kept it in here. Sometimes I'll have Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, but for now, this is what I have. This is what I loaded onto my 7 Plus, and yeah. The last one is Duolingo. This one is super cool. It helps you learn new languages, and currently, I'm trying to pick up Spanish again, so wish me luck. Next up is my smart home folder. So I'm not going to go into detail on these, but I have LifeX bulbs, I have the Amazon Alexa Dot or Echo Dot, I have the Playbulb X, that's for my LED light strip, I have Zuli, which is a smart plug app, I have the Apple HomeKit, which I don't really have anything for that yet, and then this is where I have my UE Boom because I have 2 UE Boom 2s and I can double them up, and so I play music through that wirelessly, which is kind of why I put it into smart home. Yeah, that's about it. If you haven't seen my best smart home tech series, definitely check it out. I think there's maybe 3 or 4 videos out right now and a ton more to come. I have a ton of awesome smart home tech I really need to get on reviewing, so make sure you're subscribed and you can go check those videos out. Next up is shopping. Not too many. I have Postmates when I get hungry. I have Prime Now, which I've never used just because they never have the stuff I want. And I have the Apple Store, which by the way, I hate because I've never successfully pre-ordered anything from the Apple Store. So maybe try to fix some bugs on that, Apple. Next up is just the last one, which is just the extra stuff that I might need, but I probably will never use. So as you may know, on iOS 10 now you can delete some of those stock apps and get rid of them on your phone. It doesn't really save you that much space, but it was just kind of a pain to have them there. So these are ones that I might use at some point in my life, maybe, but probably won't, so they're just in an extras folder. And you know what? That's about it. That's what's on my iPhone 7 Plus. I think the new iPhone 7 Pluses are awesome. I absolutely love them. My full review is coming out soon, so make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. If you haven't already noticed, I have the matte black iPhone 7 Plus, but this is actually a case on it. It's a super thin case from the company called Kadabi. I love these cases. In my last video, I think I talked a little bit about them, but so far, like I said, I'm gonna be making a best iPhone 7 and 7 Plus cases video, but this one so far is still my favorite. I found one other that I really like, but Kadabi just makes some awesome cases that are super thin. They're actually really grippy. For some reason, this new line for the 7 and 7 Plus, they've made really grippy, which is great because the matte finish on the black models and the glossy finishes, they're really pretty slippery, so this is great. I was actually very surprised about this texture. It's got a raised edge around your lens to protect it. It goes 360 all around, which is one of the things I love most about these cases, that it protects the bottom as well, but it has cutouts for your speakers, for your lightning port, for all your buttons, your camera, etc. And it just fits like a glove. It really just works well. It snaps right in. And they come in all different colors. So I have the black one right here. They have a gray one, a frost kind of clearish one. They have a gold one and a rose gold one. So whichever one you like the most. They're pretty cheap. They're only around 25 bucks. You guys should definitely check these out. This is from the company called Kadabi. I'll leave a link below for you guys. So this was my what's on my iPhone 7 Plus video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video. Got to see what's on my phone. What are some new apps that I'm using now, and what are some tried and true old apps that I still love. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. I've got tons more content coming out, like I said, a lot more regularly. Again, Bluemail is my new favorite app. I just want to shout that out just because I was super disappointed that Cloud Magic went to being a paid subscription service. So definitely check out Bluemail. They're super user friendly. It's a great, clean app, and it's free. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Jerry Land with NOBA Tech, and to the next one and beyond.